Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and with me today, a camper that definitely doesn't suck. This thing is fantastic. The Cougar 30 RKD comes in about just shy of 7,500 pounds. At that weight, some people are gonna say, ooh, half-ton towability. I would advise caution in doing that, due to the fact that it is a fairly long trailer because it has not only living room super slide, but a full, fifth wheel slide out bedroom with that full front closet, which is actually the reason this one doesn't have a windshield. More on that in a little bit. It gives us an interesting, an amazing kitchen inside, really good entertainment, very, very good storage, but also giving us some fun outside stuff. It's not all just about the interior. It gives us an exterior camp kitchen. This is hot, cold camp rated. It has thicker sidewalls, 12-volt tank heaters, automatic leveling. You know, I think it definitely qualifies for the distinction of flat deck fifth wheel. Yes, indeed. And as we go, when you see something you like, or if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see something a little bit different, leave us some comments down here, and we'll do our best to circle back and fill you in. And if you appreciate all the extra information we give you, remember, we're family owned and operated, and we love the opportunity to work with you. Hit that subscribe button to support us here. Let's get started. I knew from the moment I first saw this model last year when it was first introduced, I'm like, this is awesome. I know that it's not necessarily going to be for everybody. It's long enough, it's heavy enough. It'll knock out certain tow vehicles, but it feels like a triple slide in here. It has the storage of like a big fifth wheel, but it has that same awesome seating that you see in so many of the Cougar models. It works so well directly across from the entertainment, that mini camp kitchen outside. It's loaded with smart stuff. And when they updated this interior, I will say upgraded this interior, it lightened and brightened it up so much because it has kind of like a farmhouse decor action going on here. The kitchen space looks and feels enormous, so much bigger than anything it ever felt before. That vaulted ceiling sure doesn't hurt either though, and the clever placement of big windows in here. Now, I know I've got these windows closed, which is kind of not doing us any favors right now, but I just had some wicked light pouring in. I had to close those if you wanted a good look at everything. Speaking of good looks, if you're super nearsighted like me and you forget to put your contacts in, you've got yourself an amazing view of the entertainment center. We got our electric space heating Tootsie Toaster right down here, taking the nip out of the air without burning up all of our propane. And the thing is, it's like, this is nice, it's clean, the look, the beauty, the execution is certainly there. What you don't realize is how much storage is in this thing. It's incredible! Because, holy crap, Batman. This thing's got a lot of storage. And we're actually going to start in the entertainment center in what I like to call the pantry-tainment center, because that TV can get all the way out of the way with that double-jointed swing arm. If you want to make it face the dinette for easy viewing, or frankly, even the kitchen, you can do that too. With some serious shelf space, not just in the pantry next to the fridge, but up behind the TV as well. Little pockets there to maybe keep a little rainy day DVD collection above the electric space heating fireplace there. Little shoe garage right by the door, and just in case you need a little spot to charge your phone up or something, you want to keep it charging up, but you want to keep it close at hand when you are outside, you got a perfect place there for it. And dual viewing windows straight off the sofa basically, so if you want to see what's going on your campsite, you definitely can. As we pass that giant orangey yellow 4K sticker, holy cow, that is as loud as my voice, I swear. You've got the 12-volt DC compressor fridge over here. That is an upgrade. It is faster cooling, larger capacity, 10.7 cubic foot of space, as compared to the standard two-way fridge. And one of the things I like about the Norcold variant of this is it just has an off button. You just want to turn it off, you can do that. It's very simple, very easy, very direct, very obvious. You know, there's no question about what you're doing here. And once again, counter space for days in this thing. This is all pocket screwed cabinetry, by the way. Hardwood raised panel cabinet door fronts with hidden hinges. This is the same thing they're doing all the way up in Montana high country. We're getting here in a Cougar travel trailer. That's pretty spectacular, guys. But you know, that makes sense, because Cougars have the exact same warranty as a Montana with their 1+3 year warranty for full Time RVing. Awesome prep space, awesome counter space, and these windows. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's something that has to do with visiting my grandparents. They always had a window like this right above their sink, right when I was growing up. So it always speaks to me, not to mention the fact, well, the outlets are nice. I wasn't planning on talking about that, but being able to stand in the kitchen and also have an idea what's going on. It's not a big door side picture window, like I know a lot of people would like, but if you flip-flop this floor plan and just tried to shove part of the kitchen, the entertainment, into the slide, you would lose so much of this, you know? If that's what you're looking for, give us a call. We've got some other models for you here. If what you're looking for is amazing storage space in a travel trailer that rivals a fifth wheel and an uncomparable prep space, this is the one. And I mean, is that a 10 out of 10 knockout kitchen or what? Give me your thoughts on that, please. And even if you don't like it, that's okay. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I didn't build it. I just personally think it's nice, but I'm one of these people, I can get along with disagreeing opinions. So 2 things here. First of all, this is a completely carpetless slide floor. That's like a marine grade woven flooring that's super robust. And then secondly, Cougar doesn't use any wood product in their flooring. And maybe that means something to you, maybe it doesn't. But chances are, if you're looking at a nice RV like a Cougar, you've heard of something called Azdel before. Azdel is a composite material. The material itself is waterproof, and people often ask, does this camper or that camper use Azdel? Point of clarity, Cougar does not. They're not using Azdel in the floors and the walls and anything like that. They don't use it in the walls because they want to maintain the strength of that dual-leaved offset luan that they have below their fiberglass, just like a big Montana. This has the same kind of strength factor as general construction as a Montana high country, not just the cabinetry, but the whole body shell, basically, here in a travel trailer. But what they are doing is called hyperdeck flooring. They're using a different type of composite in the floor. It is a little stronger, a little bit more robust, but basically what it lets them do is get rid of any wood decking in their flooring, which is interesting because a lot of Azdel using campers still use wood decking in their flooring to some degree, in some fashion, whereas Cougar's doing the opposite. Maybe one of these days we'll see an RV company put it all together. For now, you can get with this or you can get with that. And as we flip around, like if you're at the kitchen counter, you turn around, this is kind of what you're going to see right here, which is something I like. You can kind of be face-to-face with anybody, no matter where you're at here in the living area. And that mirror right there, it feels like a window. It makes the whole room look and feel bigger, you know? We'll see the RV in what I'm going to call travel mode in a minute. But if you're looking over here, the entry door right next to the bedroom, right next to the bathroom. So even when you're at camp, it's an easy in, easy out kind of thing. Or if you're like my wife and you need to hop up at night, use the bathroom a few times, that direct entry door from the bathroom or bedroom there is great. Here's a little pro tip for you, by the way. If you don't like the idea of a sliding door in the bedroom, what you can do is slide it over here and then get like one of those little latches and you can kind of lock that in place. Then you don't got to worry about it. Then you control it from the bedroom. You always maintain your own privacy. A little pro tip for you right there from your Uncle Josh RV nerd. Yes, sir. Headroom in the shower, because that vaulted ceiling and where they put the skylight, super comfortable for a bigger person like me. And the bathroom feels much larger than it is because that shower door is nice and clear. Now, I always try to be fair, and if I see something that I think they could improve upon, I mention it. And what I was going to say is a towel bar, but they thought of that. Just those detail little things. They're really dialed in, really zeroed in here very nicely. Now, what you're going to see in the bathroom is the same thing that you saw in the kitchen area with a sealed edge countertop. And that is a nice big, adult-sized sink right there. 70 by 80 king bed in here. And that's a cool thing about Cougars. They do king beds standard, and that's very uncommon. Frankly, not even just in trailers, but fifth wheels. Very few brands do standard king beds. And here's a thing that you're probably not consciously recognizing until you're in the RV in person. This is the same deep slide in the bedroom that you have in the living room. And I mention that because most bedroom slides they're just deep enough to say, yep, we have a bed slide, come by us now. But if you're looking, what Cougar does here is they give you maximum space to be able to stand up, get dressed, walk past each other. It's absolutely awesome. Here's another cool thing. The Down with OTG package over here, off the grid. It is off the hook. That is one of 3 inverter prepped outlets in this RV. So this RV always has roof solar prep. it has a factory solar package available that also includes an inverter to live power outlets in the that outlet in the bedroom. There's also one in the kitchen and the television, I think. I got to double check my notes on that. We carry a lot of different RVs here at Haylett RV, and they're all slightly different in that regard, and sometimes I get them a little mishmashed up. I figure we've gone this far, I might as well open everything up. If you wanted to, you could put like a pedestal mount TV over there. I would just recommend you take that down for transit. Although, the left-hand wall that goes to the closet, there actually is a little sticker here that says, hey, if you want to mount a TV bracket, you could do that here. Now, again, if I see something I would like to see different, I'm even willing to share that with you. So you always know that you can get straight info from us at Haylett RV. Why is that light not down here? Under that shelf. It's not a big deal. It's not stopping me from camping by any means. It does feel, though, like it could have been located below that shelf. Is it just me? What do you guys think about that? Like, for me, it's not a deal breaker. It's just, no big deal. I guess I'd probably just get some command strip lights and stick them up there, battery powered if I needed, and a big old storage chest down here below the oh my lord, I forgot. Bed. Oh my lord, I forgot the word for bed. Now, a neat thing they did here. This is an easy angle. I can't believe I forgot the word bed. So stupid. Oh, my glove is in the frame. Sorry. Okay, so below this front closet, I'm such an idiot. I'm going to get fired one day for being dumb. There's a full pass-through compartment, which, you know, hard to find in travel trailers with a big front closet. But I tell you what I like about this? This is big and long and deep enough. If you got the grandkids over, you can play a game of hide and go sleep. You can stay in here long enough. Their little hands can't open the little latch there. Take yourself a little nap. That being said, make sure you got somebody else to watch your grandkids so they don't get into anything. I like to show the RVs with the slides closed in travel mode, by the way. And one of the reasons I do it here is so that you see, if you do need to stop on your way to your destination, I think you'll spend most of the time parked with this one. But if you gotta get in and out of there, you can use the whole bed. You can open and close that door. The bathroom is right here next to the entry, so that is just about as easy as pie to get to, even if you need to stop, take a little overnight shower. So the big question becomes, okay, what about the kitchen? And that is one of the best parts about this design. It is so rare to get something this size with really good traveling access to the kitchen. It's not 100%, obviously. There's a little bit of counter and cabinet space that you're losing out on, but the fridge and plenty of counter and cabinet space, including your utensil drawers, I think this thing qualifies for super travel friendly. I'm not going to call it 100% accessible turtle friendly. It's super functional, though. This is close. I actually want to start a little bit broadside on this one because there's some good features back here I don't want to be inclined to miss. First of all, it sounds like a no-brainer thing, but you'd be surprised how many brands don't include a stovetop vent hood like that. That's a nice little Cougar detail in those thicker 2-inch sidewalls. A lot of RVs in this class are 1.5-inch walls. There's actually no structural variance between the two. That's just giving you a little bit better insulative quality on those walls. Full camp shower over here, hot and cold. But remember, you got that little shower hookup in the docking station utility center on the opposite corner up by that nose cap. Then over here, they had some space behind the fireplace, and they said, we don't want to waste it. So they opened it up to like a little camp kitchen convenience center. By the way, there is a nice little handy shelf out here, and if you don't mind, I am going to go ahead and just get that nice Capital Grill closed so I can keep the weather off of it. It is starting to accumulate, and I need to come back and wipe that off when we're done. I do respect our RVs, and I respect our customers here, and I don't want that to become a problem. By the way, you can do that with one hand because magnet holdbacks. Awesome. The Moride steps over here, those are the easy adjust variety. The door is anti-slam. We got that handle for easy come and go all the way under the awning here. I'll back up, give you a good look at the awning in just a second. But first I want to look at the TV hookups. And then again, I want to point out the fact that this is standard with auto leveling. Cougar actually does standard auto leveling every opportunity that they have. It's an expensive object, especially when optioned. Interestingly, the way that it works from the factory level is the cost becomes vastly more manageable when it is standardized. So this is a case of Cougar kind of getting you more for less, basically. Similarly, they have one of the very best hot, cold, camp tested and proven packages. That underbelly's not just enclosed. It's not just, it doesn't just have a radiant barrier. It's forced air heated. There's forced air heat ducts terminating directly onto each holding tank, and each holding tank has its own 12-volt tank heating pad. Cougar does more on their trailers than most fifth wheel manufacturers do. Plus, remember, a full pass-through storage compartment here. That is one of those things that travel trailers with front closets often lack. And in case you're curious, that is our in-command brain center there. One of the things you're not seeing, though, because it's all nicely tidied up, is the way that Keystone has a completely color-coded wiring system, which is not normal, again, in the RV business. So we just don't see electrical glitches with Keystones. We are rear and side view camera prepped. And I was mentioning that awning. If I back up here, as promised, you notice how that door is dead in the middle of the awning. On fifth wheels with multiple slides, especially on the campsite here, all the time I hear, I wish that awning arm wasn't right next to the door because the rain spritzes me in the face. Look at how much awning coverage you have. It even it encapsulates the camp kitchen and up front where you could have a picnic table. This is supremely campable. Now this nose cap, if you remember, if you watched this video that I did on this last year in the 2020 generation, I mentioned how this is one of the only Eastern produced Cougars that has no windshield. Because it's a front closet. Because if there was a windshield there, as I said, the only thing you'd get a good look at is Uncle Gary's sundresses. Surprise! Uncle Gary is a complicated man. But interestingly enough, a lot of folks don't realize the Western produced Cougars, one of the few variances on them is that they do have no windshield. This is what their caps look like all the time. That's why sometimes you see a funny one out there. Well, not funny, haha, funny, strange. Now I sound like Joe Pesci. Never mind. Anyway, little docking station over here. That's where that extra little shower utility thing is. You've got a simple side mount solar prep plug over here, but this RV has factory roof solar prep. If you want to juice it up, you can do that, brother. 30-pound propane tanks over here. And have you heard about the Giggy Box? 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 Giggy Box. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not one of my silly nerdisms. The Giggy Box. That is a real thing. This is another of the Keystone innovations that I'm interested in here. Basically, in a lot of travel trailers, if you look up like on the chassis area right there, you just see this whole mess of wires and relays and fuses and all sorts of things. They have that all encapsulated in this nicely organized box structure here that is also your battery disconnect, by the way. I don't want to pop the top off that there because I want to keep my gloves on because my fingers are already cold. But basically what they've done is just added another layer of protection and innovation and, you know, long-term serviceability and function to this RV. I don't know if you folks have ever had to track down electrical issues in a camper, but it's murder. And the fact that Keystone is color coding their wiring, they're doing things like that Giggy Box to eliminate, electrical mishaps, worries, keep it protected from the weather. To me, that really says something. They are in this for the long haul. Now, normally, on a lot of front closet travel trailers, that's about all of the outside storage you're going to get. And I love that Keystone still includes the storage under the headboard area right there of the bed. But remember, they are also including that full pass-through that you're seeing just to the left over there next to the Giggy Box. All right, I'm done. Maybe. Oh, white shroud on the AC. That's actually one of those things. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally. That could just be due to supplier issues right now. Cougar usually does black shrouds on those, but I do prefer white because I think it helps keep some of the heat out of it. What do you guys think about that? Do you care if that's white or black? Or do you care more if it works better? That's some good feedback for the factory. Let's hook them up. Let's help them out because they've done a lot of other good stuff for us. The reason I'm standing here in between this is, first of all, so you can see your stinky slinky hookup station. But secondly, I kind of like this interesting little alcove right here. It's a little bit long, maybe, to set up like a cowboy shower station. Then again, it also doesn't have water hookup here. And you definitely don't want to be showering in your gray and black water. You know what? Forget I even mentioned it. I just shot myself right in the foot. Our slide sides are cottage cheesy in texture, but you don't want to put peaches on them. Now those are triple sealed slides. There's 2 wiper seals plus a bulb seal in and out, and this is another cool Keystone thing. They actually will two-tone the exterior bulb seal, because when this is pressed closed on the RV, it's going to get some sun exposure along the side of it, which could lead that ugly foam streak line up and down the side of the RV, and they want to make sure that does not happen. All of the windows are tinted. Again, you see all the windows opening for some fantastic airflow here. It's a really nice thing that they're doing for us. As we wrap around the backside, a little tricky to see right now because the spare tire's in the way, but it does have a 2-inch receiver hitch standard from the factory, so if you want to add some accessories without wasting your 3-year structural warranty, you can do that. The taillights have reverse travel elements in them. Now, the roof on this, if the weather was better, I would definitely get you up there. I like doing that when I can, but it's just not safe right now. The roof of Cougars and Rockwoods, I don't know what it is about them. They're the most solid, sturdy feeling underfoot of any camper roof I've ever walked on, which, folks, after doing this for about 12 years and typically selling about 1,200 campers a year, not to mention all the ones that I see come in for service, I have walked on a lot of roofing. So when this feels good to me, I think that should really be a standout thing for you to realize that they're building an exceptionally heavy-duty roof here. It's the same thing they do in their big fifth wheels they're doing here. Another reason I really like this one is no slides on the door side, which makes it really, really park-friendly. And you know, that makes sense because I see this floor plan, especially with that bed slide, that awesome kitchen. I think it's something you could set up shop and stay in for a while, which is exactly where the Cougar full-time RVing warranty comes in. If you plan to spend a lot of time in something, like maybe you're like, I don't want a fifth wheel, I don't want the extra steps, I want everything on one flat level, but I need the big closet, the storage, I need a nice living room. This gives you all of that without the weight, length, and cost of a fifth wheel. This thing is awesome. But if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a moment to get these slides closed up because I don't want any snowfall building up on them. It's a good way to accumulate ice damming and actually force water through the seals of your RV without the RV having a leak. That's one of the reasons on all of our RVs here at Haylett RV, during this time of year, we do have the slides closed. It's not a good idea, I think, to buy an RV whose slides were left open. Just a little word from the nerd there, a little bit of advice from your Uncle Josh, your RV nerd. And if you'd like some advice from Uncle Gary, don't eat the paint chips. And it's funny to me because, like, on paper, this feels like it should just be the rear kitchen version of a front kitchen floor plan. Like, I know that sounds dumb when I say it out loud, but there's something different about this one. It's got the goods. I think because the kitchen's not in the front wall, like Cougar has that really angled front wall, you know, they were able to really pack that kitchen in a way that a front kitchen with a very barreled bullet-nosed roof camper like this just can't do. That's why I personally prefer this one over the front kitchen Cougar. Not that I think that front kitchen Cougar is bad. I just think that this one does it a little better for me. Better travel access, better storage. Just, I don't know, better feels to me all the way around. But that's me. What do you guys think? I really, really appreciate your feedback. Like I said, let us know what you like, dislike. If you have any questions, hit the subscribe button and follow along here at Haylett RV. We really appreciate your support. We're family owned and operated. We'd love the opportunity to work with you when you're ready. So if you had a little fun today, if you learned something, give us a call when you're ready at Haylett RV. We don't do hidden dealer fees. We only do everything else. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone. I'm going to go inside where it's more than -9 degrees now.